And welcome to the Play Properly channel. What we're going to do for this video is go over the new legendary expansion, the Venom. And yeah, we'll take a look at these cards and see what we think and look at the new mechanics. And yeah, let's begin now. Yeah, I've been trying to get this legendary Venom overview out for a bit here. I keep deleting my videos. I'm kind of unhappy. I've been trying to make this thing perfect because my opening Ant-Man legendary Ant-Man video has been my best video, so I'm kind of getting tired of deleting my videos, so hopefully this one will be good. So basically I am going through, so if it's a little bit disjaded because I'm taking like parts of different videos from different places, I apologize for it, but I'm just trying to get this done here. So we got legendary Venom. We got rulebook here. We got symbiote bonds. Keyword represents how symbiotes like Hybrid, Riot, and Lasher bond with other characters, enhancing them with a dark shell. You must fight the combined strength of the host and symbiote to split them apart and finish what remains in a second fight. So some villains will say things like ambush, a henchman villain for your victory pile, symbiote bonds with Lasher. This means stack this card onto the specified villain, combining them into a single villain with both cards and fighting text added together. To fight a combined villain, you must spend the total fight for both villain cards combined, rescue all the binders combined villains had, then put either one of the villain cards from the combined villain into a victory pile and do that card's fight ability. The other card from the combined villain stays on that city space and you don't do its fight effect. If a combined villain escapes, there's only a single escape zone in the Chaos 1 hero that costs 6 or less from the HQ. If it's carrying any number of bystanders, it makes all players discard a single card as normal. Do the escape abilities of both the villain cards in any order. Once an escape pile, there are 2 unattached villains again. Keep one card of the combined villains tucked underneath the other so you can see both cards text. Just trying to think if there's anything else here. If special ability automatically defeats a combined villain, you still get just one of its cards into your victory pile and do that card's fight effect. The combined villain has the VP of both his cards combined, so you can spend piercing energy from legendary X-Men equal to both cards' total combined VP to fight the combined villain. Put one of his cards into your victory pile as normal. Trying to do this without glare. This is one of the main issues I've been having with trying to do this, is the kind of glare off of this glossy kind of stretching manual. We got poison villains. So, say Poison Octopus says fight the symbiote bonds with a villain in the bank. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. So the poison villains use symbiote bonds in a special way. So, here's an example here. So Dr. Octopus in our city is a normal villain. When you fight him, if there's a villain in the bank, the Poison Octopus will bond with that villain. If there's no villain in the bank, then you gain Poison Octopus as a hero instead, putting him in your discard pile. And then it says heroes too. Once Poison Octopus becomes bonded, if you fight the combined villain, you can choose one of the 2 villains and do its fight effect. If you choose Poison Octopus, then since he's currently bonded, you gain him as a hero. Then we also got Digest. So this is how Venom Carnage symbiotes get stronger as devour people, absorb their energy. Some heroes say things like Digest 2, draw a card. So you can only use the Digest ability only if you have at least that many cards in your victory pile. All kinds of your cards in your victory pile account for Digest that includes henchman villains, regular villains, bystanders, mastermind tactics, traps from other sets, etc. You don't have to remove any cards from your victory pile to use Digest. So that's interesting. So basically, you digest, but you don't remove the cards from your victory pile, so you can keep using Digest. Even if you have 10 cards in your victory pile, you can't use a card's Digest 2 ability 5 times, just once. Indigestion. Trying to get this perfect here. That's why I just have problems doing this video. Indigest Venom Pool shares a twisted sense of humor with original Venom and Carnage. It wasn't enough down the digest abilities while eating people, they have indigestion abilities too. Let's just say you don't want to see what happens when Carnage is eating somebody and gets indigestion. If you don't have enough cards in your victory pile to use a curse digestibility, use its indigestibility instead. For example, some heroes say things like digest 4, draw 2 cards. Indigestion, you get +2 recruiting. When you play this card, if you have at least 4 cards in your victory pile, you use the digestibility and draw 2 cards. If you have 0 to 3 cards in your victory pile, you use the indigestibility instead, getting +2 stars. If you have enough cards in your victory pile to use the digestibility, you cannot choose to use the indigestibility instead. So there's a lot of new rules in this one. Excessive violence. This keyword represents how Venom and Carnage often go out of their way to be insanely more violent and necessary to get a job done. First debuted in Legendary Deadpool. So some heroes say things like excessive violence, draw a card. Once your turn, you can spend 1 more fighting than you need to fight a villain mastermind using excessive violence. If you do, you get to use all the excessive violent ability and cards you played this turn. Okay, so that's the rules. Alright, this part of the expansion we're looking at the schemes. So the first scheme here we got is Invasion of the Venom Symbiotes. 8 twists, add an extra henchman group. Twist, this twist enters the city as a 3 fighting symbiote villain worth 3 victory points with ambush. The symbiote bonds with another villain in the city. Play another card from the villain deck. Evil wins when the escape pile is 3 cards per player or the villain deck runs out. And then we've got Maximum Carnage. I actually remember this from I actually had the comics for this one. Scheme, set up 10 twist. Wound stack has 6 wounds per player. Twist, stack this twist next to the scheme. If the streets are empty, put a bystander there as a possessed psychotic villain. If the streets weren't empty, each player gains a wound. Special rules, possessed psychotics have fighting equal to the number of twists next to the scheme. When you fight one, rescue it as a bystander. Evil wins when there are 6 bystanders in the escape pile or the wound stack runs out. Then we've got Paralyzing Venom. 6 twists. All bystanders are also biochemists. Each player KOs a biochemist from the victory pile and discards down to 4 cards in hand. Okay, and then twist 6, Evil wins. So I always kind of like this one because you never know. Sometimes when the last twist actually wins the game, you never know when that's going to come up. So sometimes you can get unlucky and you can get like, oh, the twist will be up early if you got a bad shuffle. Then we got Symbiotic Absorption. Scheme setup is 11 twist. Set aside a second Drain Mastermind and its 4 tactics out of play. Add its always leads villains as an extra villain group. Twist 1 to 4. Shuffle one of the Drain Mastermind tactics into the main Mastermind tactics. Twist 6, 8, and 10. Mastermind uses the twist to copy with the Master Strike ability of the Drain Mastermind. Twist 11, Evil wins. Special rules of tactics or Master Strikes mention the Drain Mastermind. Use the main Mastermind instead. That's a really cool one. Anyways, so there's the 4 schemes. Alright, so here we're looking at the masterminds for the set. There's 2 of them. We've got Hybrid and Poison Thanos. Look at the artwork on these cards. Just absolutely beautiful. So let's look at this one a little bit closer. So we got Hybrid Mastermind. If you fight Hybrid while he's bonded to a villain, defeat that villain and rescue 3 bystanders instead of taking a tactic. Always leads Life Foundation. Master Strike, a villain from the city's symbiote bonds with Hybrid. If Hybrid was already bonded, then each player gains a wound instead. And we'll take a look at the tactic cards. Alien Awakening. If this is not the final tactic, a henchman villain from a victory pile, symbiote bonds with Hybrid. Escaped Monstrosity. Fight, if this is not the final tactic, a villain from the city escape pile, symbiote bonds with Hybrid. Life Foundation Research. Fight, you get +1 recruiting point for each Life Foundation villain in your victory pile. Symbiotic Call. If this is not the final tactic, reveal the top 4 cards of the villain deck. A henchman villain you revealed, symbiote bonds with Hybrid, put the rest back in any order. Kind of interesting. He's got 3 tactic cards there. This is not the final tactic. I had one game with Apocalypse that I actually had to delete because I wasn't playing properly in it, but in it I actually got that one where it's not the final tactic, it gets shuffled back in. I got it 5 times, so of course I lost, but fortunately that video didn't make it. We got Poisoned Thanos. Poison Thanos gets +1 fighting for each different cost among cards in the Poison Souls pile. Always leads poisons. Each player reveals their hand and puts one of their non-gray heroes next to Thanos in the Poison Souls pile. That sounds pretty nasty. Desperate Rescue. Fight, you may gain a hero from Poison Thanos' Poison Souls pile. Poison Loyalties. Each other player puts a Poisons card from the discard pile into Poison Thanos' Poison Souls pile. Searing Poisons. Each other player discards a poison card from their hand or gains a wound. Soul Seize. Fight, put all heroes that cost 5 or more for the HQ into Poison Thanos' Poison Souls pile. Ouch, that could be nasty. Anyways, there we go. So there's the tactics and the 2 masterminds. Alright, so this part of the expansion, we're looking at the villain groups. So we got 2 new villain groups. We got Life Foundation, and we've got the Poisons. So let's look at the Life Foundation first. We got Dr. Carlton Drake. Fight, each instinct and tech hero currently in HQ costs 1 less this turn. We've got Scream. Ambush, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it is a henchman or Life Foundation villain, it's somebody at bonds with Scream. Agony. Ambush, reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck. A villain you revealed somebody at bonds with Agony. Put the rest back in any order. Escape, each player reveals a convert hero or gains a wound. Phage, I'm guessing is how to pronounce that. Ambush, a villain from the escape pile or your victory pile, somebody bonds with Phage. Lasher. Ambush, a henchman villain from your victory pile, somebody bonds with Lasher. And you got 2 of those. Then you got Riot. Ambush, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain, it's somebody that bonds with Riot. Fight, KO one of your heroes. And you got a couple of those. And that's the Life Foundation. And then we've got the Poisons. So we got Poison Hulk here first. Fight. This symbiote bonds with a henchman villain in the city. If already bonded and unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. So if you do gain it as a hero, it's a 2+ with an extra strength to get an extra 2+, so that's actually pretty cool. Poison Captain America. Fight. This symbiote bonds with another villain in the city. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. You got +1 fighting for each color hero you have. You got Poison Sabretooth. Fight. The symbiote bonds with a villain in the streets. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. And again, as a hero, it gives you a 2 fighting and instinct. Look at the top card of your deck. You may KO it. Poison Storm. Fight. The symbiote bonds with a villain on the rooftops or bridge. If already bonded or unable to bond, gain this as a hero instead. And you get that ability there. Again, as a hero. Poison Scarlet Witch. Fight. The symbiote bonds with another villain in the city with an odd-numbered fighting. If already bonded or able to bond, gain this as a hero instead. And then you get a Scarlet Witch ability there. Poison Dr. Octopus. Fight the symbiote bonds with a villain in the bank. If they're already bonded or able to bond, again, this is a hero instead. And Poison Spider-Man. Fight this symbiote bonds with another villain in the city. If already bonded or able to bond, again, this is a hero instead. Symbiotic Armor. Ambush the symbiote bonds with the mastermind. When you fight the mastermind, defeat symbiote armor and KO one of your heroes instead of taking a tactic. And that's the poisons. So these are the two new villain groups in the expansion. Alright, so here we're looking at the heroes in the Venom Legendary expansion. So we got 5. First one we'll look at here is Carnage. So we got Feast or Famine. Excessive violence. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, KO it, and you may repeat this process. You can keep doing it over and over again. Gruesome Feast. Excessive violence. Reveal the top card of your deck. You may KO it. Carnivore. Digest 4, draw 2 cards. Indigestion, you get +2 buying power. And then we've got Rending Claws. Excessive violence, you can draw a card. And that is Carnage. Kind of feel that some of these from here, I might be putting them into my villain kind of deck. I try to keep my villains and heroes kind of separately, but that's what I'm kind of feeling with Carnage. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys can always make a comment down in the comment field. What do you guys think about some of these heroes? Are you going to use them as villains or heroes? Of course, we got Venom here. Insatiable Hunger. Digest 8, KO a card from your victor pile, you get +6 fighting. Indigestion, KO a card from your hand discard pile, you get +6 buying. And then you got that instead, do both. So that's 2 Venom cards, you can instead do both. Symbiotic Adaptation. Choose one, you get +1 star for each other card you played this turn with a star icon, or you get +1 fighting for each other card you played this turn with a fighting icon. It's a good versatile card. Razor Teeth. Excessive Violence, you get +2 stars. Devouring Drool. Digest 3, you get +2 fighting. Indigestion, you get +2 buying power. With a stealth, whoever played beforehand, you get both. And that is Venom there. And we got here Venom Rocket. Not familiar with this character at all, but maybe some of you guys are. Ultimate Survivor. And when a Master Strike is played, before it takes effect, you may put Ultimate Survivor from your hand on top of your deck. If you do, you may put any card from the HQ into your hand. That's kind of interesting. Serious Overkill. Excessive Violence, you may KO a card from your hand or discard pile. The artwork on these cards are actually very good. I'm very happy with the set for the card artwork. Spring the Trap. If a Master Strike or a villain that has an ambush ability was played this turn, you get +1 fighting. Hungry for Action. Digest 3, you may discard a card if you draw a card. And that is Venom Rocket. Then we got a Venomized Doctor Strange. Again, this is a character I'm not familiar with, but reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, draw one of them, discard one, and KO one. And if you played 2 Venom cards before this, get to do the ability again. You got Complete the Grand Ritual. God, the artwork is awesome in this. I love this. If you played a 4-cost card and a 2-cost card this turn, you get +2 fighting. See Future Timelines. With a range, you get to reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 0, discard it, and you get +2 fighting. And we got Cauldron of the Cosmos. Digest 2, draw a card. And that will be Venomized Doctor Strange. Again, the artwork this is just awesome. And then we got Venom Pool. Play to the crowd. Digest 7. You get +1 for each 2 bystanders in your victory pile. Indigestion, rescue 2 bystanders. If you play 2 Venom beforehand, instead do both in order. Gonna get a little gratitude. Whenever you rescue a bystander this turn, do any rescue ability on it as an extra time. Excessive violence, rescue a bystander. Shenanigans. Draw 2 cards, but you can't draw any more cards until the end of this turn. Digest the Chimichanga. Digest 2, you get +2 fighting. Indigestion, rescue a bystander. And you play strength ahead of time. Instead, you get both. And that is Venom Pool. So there you have it. There's the 5 villains. Or 5 heroes, I guess. Again, I'm classifying this more as kind of villains. But, yeah. Yeah, so that's the heroes in the Venom Legendary Expansion.